What's going on, Suitland High School? Let me try it again. I said, what's going on, Suitland High School? I'm gonna need y'all to talk back to me a little bit. Let's quiet down a little bit. Give me a little bit more respect in this. Just a little bit more respect. We're gonna talk, and we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, so let's get it together. Let's try it one more time. What's going on, Suitland High School? There it is. Where my leaders at? How many leaders I got in the building? Show me your hands. Where my leaders at? I'm gonna need more than 5 hands. Where my leaders at? In the balcony. Where my leaders at? Let's go. That's the ones I come to talk to. All of my leaders are here today. I got some news for you. You are the greatest. Please understand that you're unstoppable. It's nothing that can stop you. My name is Stan Long. I'm the author of Blackbird Medley, The Transformation of a Gangster. I said Blackbird Medley, The Transformation of a Gangster. Do I have your attention? The reason I wrote this book is because I got on the wrong path when I was a young guy, you guys' age. I got in the street when I was 15 years old. I'm gonna need you guys to quiet down a little bit for me and just give me a little bit more respect. I respect you guys, give me a little bit of that same respect, please. I took my time out. Transformation of a Gangster was a book I wrote when I was growing up because I ended up in the street when I was only 15 years old. I started selling drugs when I was 15 years old right here in the DMV, and I became what they call a kingpin. In other words, a person who did it on a real high level. I didn't have a purpose. So my message today for you guys before I get started is, your passion is your purpose. Your passion. How many people understand what passion is? Give me a hand. Your passion is something that should wake you up. How about when you go to a field trip and it's a Friday and you guys got a field trip, you don't need no alarm clock to wake you up, do you? But when you have regular school, you feel like you need somebody to shake your butt up and get you out that bed, right? It's not the same passion, is it? But when they say, we're going to Kings Dominion Friday, how many people wake up before that alarm clock? That's because that's something that gives you a little bit more passion. So we got to talk about passion. The first thing we're going to talk about is passion being your purpose. The second thing we're going to talk about is being a leader and what a leader looks like. The third thing we're going to talk about is the simple fact that you all are leaders, so now you become bosses. So how do you become a boss? That's what we're going to talk about. How many people out here consider themselves bosses before you even get out of the school? Those are there you go. Because a boss is a mentality. How many people know that you can work a job and still have a boss mentality? A boss is a mentality. It means you want to do better and be greater than where you are. A boss is a person who wants to lead and not be led. A boss is a person who has purpose, passion, ambition, and leadership. So let me tell you what happened. I was 15 years old. I started selling drugs. I was running around in the street. I was doing all kinds of things that I thought I could do. Wrong path, no passion. So I never went to prison. I thank God for that. All of my friends, and this message is to my friend Keith Delonte Jordan, who went right here to Suitland High School, who passed away in a struggle. He was one of my right-hand men, and I lost him to gun violence. All of my friends are dead from gun violence except 2. I lost every one of my friends from gun violence except 2. I ran out of spaces to tattoo their names on my body because I used to pay homage. I'm telling you this, guys, because I don't want you to glorify. How many people know somebody who either on drugs or in jail? Raise your hand. On drugs or in jail. Look around you. Keep your hands up. Look around you. On drugs or in jail. Look at this auditorium. Look at the hands. This is what we have to stop. This is why I'm here. Because all of us have a bigger purpose than penitentiaries. So we have to get a reason why we can do better than that. And I'm here to give you that reason today. Is that cool? So let's talk about it. I was in the street. I was doing my thing. I was hustling. And I felt dead. Why do I feel dead? I had hundreds of thousands of dollars. I could pull $100,000 out my pocket like it wasn't nothing. Why did I feel dead? Because that wasn't my purpose. Being a drug dealer was never my purpose. I didn't have a purpose at that time. So I discovered that I was bigger than a drug dealer. I discovered that I was better than selling drugs. So I decided to do something to change my life. I decided to follow my purpose. So what I discovered was I was a talker. So whatever you feel you can do for free, that's your purpose. I said, I'm gonna go over here and talk to you. Whatever you'll do for free is your purpose. That's your passion. Whatever makes you excited, whatever makes you want to jump up and do something and don't get a check for it, that's what you should try to do for a living. So I'm here speaking to you because I'm a talker. I was a talker in high school. I would get in trouble. They would say, write home, letters home to my mother and say, he talked too much. He joned too much. He won't be attentive. He won't pay attention. They said, you won't be nothing when you grow up. But I'm an author. I'm a CEO of an entertainment company. I have a talk show every Thursday at 7 p.m. And I'm a motivational speaker. I got in a lot of trouble in school, not to glorify the trouble. I'm not telling you that you guys should get in trouble. What I'm telling you is focus on your passion and channel that energy into some things that will benefit you. All it is energy that you don't know what to do with. That's all it is. So you need to channel that energy into your passion. Start early. Don't wait until you graduate from out of here to decide what you want to be. Start thinking about what you want to be right now. How many people by show of hands got an idea what they want to do or be when they get out of here? I love it. This right here shows me that every last one of you guys have something on your mind besides today. So let's talk about leadership a little bit. How many people know what a leader is? I'll give you my definition of a leader. A leader is just simply someone who has direction and can lead other people to greatness. They have their own direction and they also can lead other people to greatness. How many people that's leaders out here in the building? I said can lead other people to greatness. How many people understand that everybody can't be a leader? Sometimes you have to be a person who can submit and follow. Because if you couldn't follow, then there wouldn't be no such thing as leaders. Everybody would be leaders. You have to have followers, you have to have leaders. But make sure you're following the right one. Do not be a follower of a person who's doing something that's not your purpose. It has to be something that's your purpose. So how many people heard of Tyler Perry? Raise your hand. Tyler Perry was a young man who slept in a car. Tyler Perry was a young man that was homeless for years. Tyler Perry only wanted to bet on one thing, a play. He wanted to put on one play. That's all he had in mind, one play. That's it. Tyler Perry lost everything he had on the first or third play or whatever it was. He put $15,000 in a play. Guess what happened? Only 30 people showed up. More people are in here than showed up at his first play. He put all his money into this play. 30 people showed up. That means he didn't make a dime. Tyler Perry was still broke, he was still homeless, but he still had some passion. He still had a purpose. So he didn't let that kill his purpose. He kept on going, he kept on going. So years later, actually 11 years later, Tyler Perry's worth how much? $500 million. $500 million. I said that's somebody who knew purpose. That's somebody who had a passion. That's somebody who would not quit. That's somebody who has some direction. He is a leader. So now look at Tyler Perry. Everybody that goes into his films go into other production, do other films, get a bigger bag. That's because of the one person that dreamed big. That's because of the one person who had passion, had direction, and his name is Tyler Perry. How many people heard of, let's see, Master P? Same thing. Had a purpose. Started selling CDs out the trunk. He was so gangster he would buy them all back when they wouldn't sell. He took his money and bought them back. Why would he do that? Because he was getting the numbers together to marginalize. He understood that he was a dreamer. He was a passionate person. He had a purpose. So now today, Master P is worth at least $300–400 million. How is that so? He followed his dream. Do not start late on your dream. You don't have the rest of your life to make this thing work. Start now. Figure out what you want to do. Start Googling that thing. Putting them things together. Step by step. Step by step. Don't wait on the money. Don't wait on the money. I said do not wait on the money. Follow your passion. Chase your dream. The money will come. The money will come. A lot of people don't do things because they say I can't afford it. Well, let me tell you about this book right here. Blackbird Method, The Transformation of a Gangster. I had $10 to my name. I had stopped selling drugs. I wasn't working. I didn't have no income. God said, write the book, tell your story, inspire some people. I started telling my story. I wrote it down on paper. I got into a business and I prophesied that this business was going to make me a lot of money. I ended up making about $10,000 to $15,000 a month in this business in less than 30 days. I paid cash for the book. I published it by myself. I make all the money off of the book by myself. I'm my own publishing company as of today. Stand long. This is all God. I know I'm not supposed to mention God in here, but I can't help it. I have to tell you that if you don't have a source, whatever your source is, let it be bigger than yourself. Because when you run into a roadblock, I said when you run into a roadblock and you don't have anything but yourself, you have hit a brick wall. But when you can close your eyes and look into yourself and find something bigger than you, then it gives you hope. And hope defers make the heart sad. So we never want to do that. We want to have a bigger person, passion person ahead of you, bigger than you, stronger than you, somebody who you think can make happen for you. So surround yourself with people that have some purpose. Don't be around a bunch of losers that you already know don't have it. Because if you hang around losers, you are going to imitate exactly what you see. That's why they say if you hang around 9 broke people, you're bound to be the 10th. I said if you hang around 9 broke people, then you're bound to be the 10th. I know a lot of you are saying this doesn't apply to me today, but guess what? You're going to graduate from Suitland High School. And you're going to be facing with the real world. You're going to have to go to college, or you're going to either have to get a job, or you're going to have to be a job. So how many people going to college? Show of hands. Good, 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 good. So let me talk to you for 1 second about going to college. Please, 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 if you're going to go to college, go with a purpose. So do you know why you're going to college? A lot of people go to college and they end up with a degree and they come home and they work at McDonald's, they work at Walmart, they work at these type of places. Not to say there's nothing wrong with these places, but you shouldn't be there with a college degree unless you're trying to own one or you're trying to manage one. So sometimes you have to make sure that you have a purpose for what you're doing. So let me ask you something else real quick. So that we don't have time for that one. I'm going to skip that. So let's talk about leadership. If you want to be a leader, you have to make sure that you're good at what you do. So once you find your passion, learn how to master that passion. Learn how to go after that passion. Learn what makes that passion just for you. Because everybody don't have the same ideas. Some of you guys have a dream, some of you guys have a different dream. Some people don't want to go to college. How many people want to be entrepreneurs out here? Let's talk about the bosses. Where's the bosses at? Raise your hand. How many people want to be self-employed? How many people want to own their own business? You do know that's possible. So if you do not want to go to college, the next step is, what do I want to do? Do you just want to work? That's fine too. If you don't go to college, it'll be tough for you to get a job with a big salary. So how about let's think about being self-employed for a minute. Let's talk about being self-employed. Tell me, let me get a show of hands. How many people want to own something again? How many people want to be self-employed? Alright, I saw you yawning. So while you're yawning, tell me what you want to do as a person who owns their own business. You're not sure? Okay, so that's something we got to work on, right? You say you want to be self-employed, so now you got to figure out, what do I want to do? Did you raise your hand? Tell me what you have an idea that you want to be when you grow up. Open up my own gym. I love it. So she wants to open up her own gym. It's room for that. It's a lot of people out here that don't understand. Gold's Gym is one of the biggest gyms. Planet Fitness is one of the others. That means there's room for you in your gym. You can personalize what you want to do. You can have a gym for women. You can have a gym for single mothers. You can have a gym. See, it's a reason why you want to do what you want to do. God has put something inside of you to say you that. So that means you're already great before you graduate. I say you're already great before you graduate. Where the rest of my bosses at? So I didn't have an idea what I wanted to be when I was growing up, but I knew I didn't want to be working for anybody. That's what I did know. I knew that I wanted to get my mother out of the projects. That's what I did know. I knew that I didn't want to be homeless. That's what I did know. So I decided to follow my passion, you guys. And from that, it became a talk show. I became a real estate investor. How many people just like looking at houses? Some people love houses. How many people love houses out here? So then maybe that could become your passion. When you get older, you might want to get a real estate license. The average person that's in real estate makes about $100,000 a year. That's not a bad salary. I'm a real estate investor. A real estate investor buys homes wholesale homes. He sells them retail. On average, you make about $10,000 a sale. That means in a month, you can make about $40,000, $50,000. How many people would love to make $40,000, $50,000 every single month? I said every month. Everybody can't be listening, because why everybody's hands not up? You don't want to make $40,000, $50,000 a month in here? You got to want it to get it. I said you got to want it to get it. You got to want it to get it. So I'm waking you guys up today to say everybody in here has a purpose. Find out exactly what that purpose is. Follow your passion. Do your homework. Make sure you stay away from people that's going to drain you of your energy. I call those suckers. Stay away from people that will suck the energy out of you by being negative. How many people got friends? Don't raise your hand or look at your friend. How many people got some negative friends in their circle? A bunch of naysayers. People who always talk about what you can't do, what you ain't gonna be. Well, guess what? Guess what they would tell me all the time? You can't write no book. Don't nobody want to hear your story. You from the hood. You from the projects. You ain't nobody. Don't nobody care about what you talking about. Well, guess what? I'm getting ready to turn this same book into a film, and it's gonna be on the big screen, and you guys gonna be able to come and watch my movie. How about that? Look at God. That means he can do it for you. Everybody in this audience has a chance to be whatever you want to be. So let me say one more time, where's my leaders at in the building? I thank God for all of you guys that's leaders out here, and those who haven't raised their hand, I hope you find the ability to be a leader, because I believe in every last one of you guys. Everyone in here is great. Don't let nobody tell you no different, and you can all be exactly what you want to be. So let's be something. My name is Stan Long. That's my time.